Hey everybody, I'm excited to be back and share with you 3 things that I've been thinking about lately. I've had some extra time on my hands, obviously. Well, not a ton of extra time because the homeschool thing takes up a lot of time. And those of you that have kids know what I'm talking about. But I've had some time. I've been spending a little extra time in my woodworking shop. I've had some custom furniture orders come in, so I've been blessed to have that to work on when I'm not traveling now and speaking and doing on-site consulting. Still doing a lot of my other work as I can. But time in the workshop means time to think, because I'm usually out here with ear protection on and running machines, but time in my own head. And I have come up with 3 things that can be an opportunity, 3 phases right now as we hopefully come out of this quarantine and pandemic. 3 things so that we can launch our personal lives and professional lives. And I know this has been really, really hard for a lot of people, a lot of families, and on a lot of businesses that have had to close. But I just tend to be somebody that finds the positive or finds the opportunity even in the worst case scenario. So here's 3 things I think we can do right now to help us launch once we start to come out of this quarantine. And so there are 3 things I think we can actually learn from pirates. Yep, I said pirates, which is fitting because of all the work I do with Gino Church at the Shared Ship. We have a little bit of a pirate motif that we use there for a lot of the community work that we do. So 3 things we can learn. The first is clear the decks. Right, that phrase, clear the decks, makes me feel like I'm on a pirate ship getting ready for a battle, or on an old Navy ship somewhere, right? Clear the decks means get rid of everything that we don't need. Get rid of the stuff on the deck of the ship that is non-essential. Tie down what we need and get ready. And that's what most of us, either by choice or by force, have done over the last few weeks. We have cleared the decks. Personally, we've cleared our calendars. Spring break didn't happen. Who knows if summer trips are going to happen. Our calendars have been cleared. It doesn't mean we're any less busy, but we've cleared the decks. And then professionally, our businesses might have had to have closed, or we had to change our businesses and what we had to do. But clearing the decks is an opportunity to get back to basics, back to really understanding what we value the most in our personal and in our business and professional lives. So we've done it, right? Like we'll probably never get to do again. So clearing the decks is an opportunity to reset a little bit, because then we go to phase 2, which is chart a new course. So once the decks have been cleared, now's the time to start to say, hey, now I have time to strategize. Am I where I want to be personally? Am I who I want to be? Am I doing the things that I need to be doing in my life? And then professionally and in our business, is my business where it needs to be? Do I need to pivot a little bit in my business? Do I need to chart a new course, or maybe just a little slightly different course for my business? That might be something else to do right now. So we cleared the decks, and now is the time. And now is what me and my wife are doing, is charting a course. Like, are we on course with where we need to be, where we want to be, and where we're going to be to handle the customers and the people we serve? So clear the decks, number 1, chart a new course, number 2, and then number 3 is purposefully add back and put back the things onto the deck of your ship that are going to help you propel forward on this new course. It's human nature. As we start to emerge from this, we're going to try to put everything back the way it was. We just can't do that. When we come out of this, everything's going to be just a little different. So now that you've cleared the decks and you've charted your new course, you have a strategy for your business or your personal life, you have to purposefully think about what are you going to add back, right? You can't just put everything back the way it was before. What are you going to bring back that's going to help you propel you forward, help you launch, put the wind at your back and the wind filling your sails on your ship, so you're flowing forward and coming out of this in a better situation than perhaps you thought you would have a few weeks ago. So think about those things. Number 1, clear the decks. We've done it. Number 2, chart a new course. Maybe that's where you're at right now. Time to chart that new course. And then number 3, purposefully start to put things back on the deck of your ship, but only the things that are going to help you and your business thrive into the future. So what are those programs that maybe you don't need to do anymore, and maybe you need to bring in something new? Or some of those, workplace policies that you need to think about, like work from home policies are probably going to change dramatically now. So what is that going to look like? What do you need to put back on your ship? What programs need to need to stay below deck or you need to throw them overboard, and what programs and initiatives do you need to bring back on the deck to help you move forward. So 3 things that we can learn from pirates or sailing that I have been thinking about that I now need to apply in my own life. I've cleared the decks. We've cleared the decks as a family and with our businesses. Now we need to chart that course and strategize, and then as we start to emerge, don't go into the old habits, but purposefully put the things back on the deck of our ship, in our lives, on our calendar, and in our business that are going to move us forward in that new direction that we've set. All right, so hopefully that's something for you to consider and think about. Just 3 things we can learn from pirates to come out of quarantine and come out of this pandemic, hopefully better than when we entered it. All right, so we'll see you next time.